we'll see that we had a peak of around, I'll just call it 8. We had a peak at around 8 here. And roughly right now, we're at about a 50% decline. And I went over these numbers historically. And the truth of the matter is, after a bull run in crypto, consolidation periods range between 50 to 80%. That's just a fact, right? We're at around the 50% mark. And truthfully told, based off of history, Shiba can correct another 30%. All right, welcome back, YouTube. So I wanted to do an update on Shiba Inu and give some price points and some insight as far as to what's going on with the price action. And I also wanted to debunk some of the FUD that's going around, because I see some very similar tactics that what we saw earlier this year with other coins happening right now to Shiba Inu. So let's take a look at the charts here, and we'll see that I'll take a look at the 3-month, and we'll see pretty much a consolidation period here. And we'll we'll go over the numbers as far as for like holding and the day over day and month over month. But we'll see that we're in a period of red here, and we'll see that the overall sell to buy ratio has adjusted relatively quickly, and also the position and popularity on and the position of popularity has also adjusted, and this is leaving room for other companies to, and mainly the Motley Fool, to pretty much jump in and say, "Oh, look, this is an opportunity for for us to put information out there to try and get the price down even further." And normally, when I see this, I'm typically leaning toward the fact that they're trying to take larger positions if they're not already involved, right? So we're going to take a look at the year to date here, and we'll see that we had a peak of around, I'll just call it 8. We had a peak at around 8 here, and roughly right now we're at about a 50% decline. And I went over these numbers historically, and the truth of the matter is, after a bull run in crypto, consolidation periods range between 50 to 80%. That's just a fact, right? We're at around the 50% mark. And truthfully told, based off of history, Shiba can correct another 30%. And it would have to even correct outside of that 80%, maybe even like 90 on the extreme, for it to be abnormal for a crypto after a bull run. Now, we do have some resistance here at around the 28 to like 30 range, based off of the last 2 bull runs and some sideways trends. So it'll be interesting to see if we're going to get a bounce off of those support lines. But if you're looking to enter a position, especially after a bull run, anything over 50%, I consider that a good entry if you are long term. Now, as we get closer to the support line, because we'll see, I'll scroll down here. We'll see, where is it? We'll see the adjustments that we're making as far as like the overall market cap and the sell to buy ratio. And we'll see as far as for the dramatic changes that we've saw over the last 48 hours, because that sell to buy ratio has changed dramatically. And yeah, right here we are at number 12, and it was number 10 just 24 hours ago, right? So that it definitely indicates that there's a large amount of selling pressure and downward pressure here to try and get this over that 50% hump. Now, the people that are long term, and if you are long term, you believe in Shiba and a lot of the catalysts that's coming out, they're going to consider this a buying opportunity. A lot of times, like, you can call them paper hands, or the people that are inexperienced, they're going to panic and be like, "Oh my God, the coin is going to zero," and that's pretty much precisely what articles would want you to think. I'm going to share a different screen here. Give me one sec, because I want to show you the fact how quickly these companies jump on such things to try and spread. This is by none other than the Motley Fool, and they're pretty much giving you 7 reasons that you should sell Shiba Inu right now. And I don't know any time that in a rally or if this wasn't owned by a hedge fund, I honestly believe that they would be out of business. But it almost seems like their job is to spread panic and give false information. Like if people were actually trading on this and it wasn't uh, directly owned by a hedge fund, I'm not going to say the name in this video, I believe that they would be out of business. And there's a number of articles like this that they're going to put out to try and get this at what they consider a favorable position, which is for them to strengthen the position that they probably already have. And what we have to understand is in the crypto market, especially like top 10, when you're around that range, institutions typically take a position because they prey on the cryptos that have communities, right? And when you have the community, you have, of course, you're looking for utility, access, function, and all these things. And these companies, these institutions, that when they take these interests, they want to control the coin. They want to be at the momentum, be at the forefront of the momentum to sell and send the price the other way, or to be at the forefront of a rally. And this is, I believe, an effort by the hedge funds to increase their positions by pumping FUD out into the community. And this leads me to my 2022 predictions. And I know that outside of the information that we've seen, there is nothing factually or historically that indicates that the movement or the community in Shiba Inu is dead. It has done nothing outside of what is normal for cryptos after a bull run. Now, I will say that the bull run in itself, compared to other coins this year of this magnitude and cracking the top 10, was cut short, but that was because of a few other reasons. So it's not like the community's fault or the fact that they lost interest or something like that. But the the strength of the community and the rapid growth, it does indicate based off of history that they're going to have another cycle. And typically, based off of the actions that we've seen this year from meme coins, quote unquote, it has based off of this year, it's about 100% chance that it will set a new all-time high. So with that, you can expect, based off of history here, you can expect at least another 4x based off of the coins that we've had generate revenue as far as for this year and crack into that top 10. Now, I know the variables are a little different with Shiba Inu, but the community is like, again, is growing and they are focusing on that utility. So just kind of keep that in mind and stay the course as far as for your investments, especially if you are long term and you believe in the coin. As far as for growth, Shiba has been building very accurately as far as for building the community and growing, and also focusing on utility, which is two of the things that they need to be doing right now. So as far as for if you're long term on Shiba, I say as we get closer to that support line of like the mid 30s, and as long as we're over the 50% correction, in my opinion, again, this is not financial advice. Do your own research. I consider those that a buying opportunity, because when you have historically, typically you'll see before the boom or the second bull run, you'll see that consolidation period, and that's really where you decide if you're going to increase your coin count or kind of stay where it's at or stay where you are to see if it's going to rally or not. So I think that this is going to be a telling moment for Shiba, especially if we're going to get a bounce or not off that 35 support level. That's all I have for the video. As always, do your own research. Don't listen to the Motley Fool ever, like not even just on Shiba Inu. I don't think there's any situation where they've been correct. But as always, do your own research and come to your own conclusions and use common sense. That's typically there's going to be your best bet versus getting information from a hedge fund who are probably on the opposite side of what they're telling you to do. So if you found any value in this video, please consider liking the video. It helps the video get pushed out to other viewers, and also subscribe to the channel if you want to get more from me. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. And until next time.